Hello. So, in this video, I wanted to kind of talk about a uh, specific subject. For a while now, I've been talking back and forth and kind of debating people about religion, gay marriage, all that other stuff. And they have all been civil debates, so I don't think anyone's like going crazy or anything, or there's big blown out fights. But it got me to thinking about another subject. One that is big in religion, but a few people don't realize goes outside religion either. And that is blind worship, blind following, um, anything like that. And that can be in religion and culture and subculture. Um, and I don't know if it bothers me more now because I've changed a lot to some degree in the last 3 years compared to how the other parts of my life have been. I think because now I have a chance to be much more independent and much more of a free person. I don't know if it bothers me more now because of that or just because of my age and, just time changing things, but that still goes back to the same thing. I used to be the person, see, I wouldn't say that I blindly followed anything, I just put up with things. There were certain things I didn't like that certain people did, but I just kind of felt it was my place in life to just follow it and just accept it and just keep my mouth shut about it. Um, and I guess that's why it bothers me when people just blindly follow a book, whether it be the Bible or the Vedas, or following a certain celebrity, a singer, a writer, even anybody. It just bothers me when people don't question anything, especially when things kind of contradict themselves, you know, each other. And people will say, it's part of the thing I like, it's part of my religion, so I'm not going to question it at all. And that kind of really bothers me. I think there's a lot of harm in just blindly following something without research, without, really looking into yourself and seeing if that's everything you believe in. Okay, we know the Bible was not originally written in English, so there's a great chance that it's pretty um, mistranslated. Well, we all know it is because you could just go back in history and read about it. There are things that certain leaders, kings, whatever, have changed in a lot of it. King James, I believe, would be one of them, with which is, thou shalt not suffer a poisoner to live, is the original translation. The word witch is coming from an old word that meant wise, or usually wise woman. It'll be your local medicine man, medicine woman, the time before doctors, people who worked with herbs and natural healing stuff. And, you know, I'm not a fan of the misogynistic shit that's in the Bible because, no offense, there is a lot of stuff in there. But there's also good stuff about women. And it's pretty self-evident and everything for people that the Bible was translated by men. Okay, we all know that God didn't say half the crap that's in there. that's very negative towards people. Especially if, according to Christians, he was supposed to send his only son to die for the sins of the world. For God to keep on hating people for minor things when there's so much going on in the world, you know that was written by men. And I'll even throw in women sometimes, maybe even the possibility of power, but that's a very rare possibility since women were treated like crap. But don't get me wrong, there are bad people no matter what gender, and people who will do anything for power, even if it don't look like they're in power. Sometimes they are. They can manipulate people that way. Alright, so we know those kind of things were translated by human beings. And if you ever notice, it's the things they didn't like, the things that they feared, that they outlawed, or they made a sin, that they told people they were going to hell for, and all that other crap. There's nothing wrong with reading the Bible and following Jesus' teachings if you're a Christian, or going back to the Old Testament and the other scriptures. There's so many of them, or there's a few of them. You know, if you're Jewish, maybe, or even the Quran if you're Muslim. The thing about it is blindly following those kind of things and never questioning anything. I'm not telling you to question whether God exists. I'm telling you to question the weird shit that you fucking read in those things, okay? There's a certain point where you have to say, yes, God may have spoke this, but man wrote this down, and there's a possibility that he turned it into what he wanted it to. And like I said, it's not just religion. I see it everywhere. I myself am starting to explore more of the alternative subcultures. I've gotten more into the Gothic subculture, and I will be making a video on that. But I noticed things in that. Not a lot of it, but if you read on the internet, there's certain things that you have to do to be God. Not everyone can wear black all the time. Not everyone likes the same damn bands. Just because you haven't heard of a certain one doesn't make you not God. Doesn't make you not alternative. Just because you can't wear a nose piercing all the time. You may have work. I noticed this in some people who may get more into geek culture. You know, that's one of those things I think I like about Big Bang and Sheldon, is every time, and this is maybe television, but just this whole stereotypical thing, if you notice, like I'm using like the nerd geek culture for just examples because there's tons of others, like I just said, just like with the goth thing. You ever notice they like every sci-fi movie or TV show or something like that, and you have Sheldon, I don't remember which one it was, I really don't watch any of them, that he didn't like that one because it was like poorly acted or written or whatever. And I kind of like that because it shows that just because you are a part of a certain subculture or religion or fandom or something, that you don't have to like every damn thing about it. If you like a book series, you're allowed to dislike a book in the series, or like one better than the other. If you like a certain author, you're allowed to like this type of book over their other kind of books. You may like their children's books over their adult books, because some authors have done both. You know, if you are, like I said, a nerd or whatever, or kind of geeky, you don't have to like Lord of the Rings and, you know, Star Wars and all that other crap. If you're goth, you don't have to like every goth band and have a face full of piercings and all this other stuff. You're allowed to dislike horror movies. Watch YouTube. There's a lot of goth people that don't care, especially for certain types of horror movies. You know, I've gotten more into manga lately. And there's certain ones I don't like. There's girly ones I don't like, and I can be very feminine at times. And there's ones geared towards girls and women that I just didn't care for. There's others that I love, and there's some in between. I don't like every anime out there. I'm a big fan of Sailor Moon. I like both the original one from the 90s, and the remake that they're doing now. The remake is a lot closer to the manga. I'm kind of used to the voices of the original, but I like that they're sticking more closer to the original story this time in this anime. So, you know, it's all about your opinion. It's about saying, okay, I can like this from this, and this from this, and I still can like them both equally to some degree. You know, I can believe something, but still have questions going on. And that's just the point of this video. You don't have to like everything from everything you like. You don't have to believe in everything from a certain belief system. Use the mind that whatever God you believe in gave you. If you believe in God. Or whatever you believe in. You know, don't just believe it because somebody told you it or because it's a part of something you like. Don't be forced to think you have to like something. So, enough rambling. That's just what I wanted to say. So, bye and blessed be everyone.